The 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft is on the horizon. In November, it happens. Blizzard today has announced a preview of what that anniversary will be. Here we go. Let's take a look at it.
The War Within is now live, and while we can't wait for everyone to experience the upcoming endgame content, the train isn't stopping. Arriving on the PTR soon, the team will be testing a new anniversary event for World of Warcraft. Today we're here with Holly, Brett, and Leah to share more on what the live team has been cooking up.
Let's see it.
So Holly.
Yes?
Let's talk anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, 20th anniversary for World of Warcraft, 30th for Warcraft, and 10th
That's
for
nuts.
Hearthstone. What an amazing journey, and to be leading into it this year, you know, our commitment to make the game feel alive every single day that you log in, all the work we're doing to kick off
30
the
years
World Soul
WoW's been
Saga.
around.
So excited that War Within is launched and everyone's in it now and part of this world story. And we're going to see where it's going. We're not stopping. So anniversary is coming up, and we've got some good friends here to talk about what's coming.
With such a big milestone for the game,
It's kind of fucking weird to think that WoW is 20 years old. Holy shit.
you approach this year's anniversary?
It's a great question.
I started playing high school?
Last
I did
fall
too.
Even I started to look
Yeah.
into what kind of event we wanted to do. We've had various events in the past. For the 15th, we did that really epic
Alabaster.
raid.
Yeah.
So I did some ideas, and it really became a patch. We sat down, we did a huge brainstorm with the live team, and then we started to pick the top ones and see what we could do to cover all of our different
What
player
the
segments.
fuck?
So it was a really fun experience to like flesh out all these
Yeah.
cool ideas.
What was at the top of that list?
By far the top one, everybody remembers Blackrock Depths really fondly.
Absolutely. That was the greatest dungeon Blizzard has ever made.
So
And
we
nothing
are-
has ever come close. True.
So yeah, everybody really wanted to do something with Blackrock Depths.
Okay.
And so as we looked at all
Wow.
of these features, we really wanted to make them new and innovative, but also harken back. So we are going to be bringing Blackrock Depths as a 10 to 15 player raid. We're
Wow.
really excited. We have 8 main bosses, 5 mini bosses, and basically we'll have LFR, normal, and heroic difficulties.
I remember
Cool.
Blackrock Devs. I was there with my hunter, just farming that Gladiator's chainmail over and over and over again.
It was always random.
Oh, she did that? That's bad. We did that too. Like, I did that. Like, it was, yeah. Ouch.
Too,
yeah.
so you didn't have a chance always.
It took forever,
Yeah, mine's
so
second
I'm
try,
excited
yeah.
to go back in there and
Super low
hopefully
chance.
get my revenge.
I remember going there and dying. So, you know, if anyone wants to carry me in a heroic, just ring me up.
What other features are there going to be in the anniversary
Yeah,
event?
same.
Yeah, so we really wanted to do an outdoor experience to sort of revisit the Gates of Ancrage opening. And who
Oh.
better to take us on this adventure than Chromie?
Okay.
So Chromie has this codex that
makes
she
sense.
uses to safely display the past.
Uh-huh.
And well, you can expect there's going to be some crazy time things happening with that. So we're going to have
Yeah.
enemies popping up that should not be there within Silithus, like the Scourge, the Legion,
What the fuck?
Karaji, and we're going to see some familiar names like
Alganus?
Tychondrius, Assyrian,
Oh.
and Kel'Thuzad.
Ah, Kel'Thuzad again. Oh man.
It's shaping up to be a really
I knew, yeah, they're going to bring him back somehow. Yep.
cool experience. Players will get to queue in.
I will do
whenever
the
they
raid.
want.
I'll 100%
They'll
do
get
the
put
raid.
together with other players and get to go through this kind of epic fixing of the past.
Again.
Again.
Do you remember back when Classic WoW came out and the Gates of AQ came out and there were 2 layers on Fairlina and all the Horde were on one layer and all the Alliance were on another layer and everybody was just spam killing the mobs to get up to neutral reputation and nobody was doing the event? It was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
As we would say, timey-wimey.
Yeah.
Speaking of the past, is there anything else that we'll be revisiting?
So we've heard the community loud and clear.
About what?
We know that time walking is very popular. So the team has put together some
Sure.
incredible time walking dungeons.
And some of you may be thinking BFA, but that's not quite yet. We're actually going back in time to fill in one of the areas that we have not hit yet.
Dead Mines?
And that is the original dungeon. So
that's cool.
We're going to be bringing Dead Mines, Zul'Farrak, Dire Maul, and Stratholme. So there'll be 2
Wow, that's a lot. What the fuck?
Dire Maul wings and the 2 Stratholme wings. They'll be introduced with the 20th, but they'll continue into the regular rotation afterwards.
So this is like an update for the game, like, that's cool. Wow.
We're going to change with time walking. We're going to allow players from 10 and up to do it. So a lot of those people that like to level will have more opportunity there. And then we're also realizing that a lot of people already have all of the items from the various vendors. So we are going to do a vendor refresh. And so you might see some new mounts and pets and transmogs show up on each of the vendors as we go through the different time walkings going forward.
So I can go to Dire Maul, get loot and more loot and more loot.
Yeah, we're really excited for everybody to get a chance to go after the things they like. You know, if they enjoy doing the dungeon run or if they're looking for more of those.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Is there still a chance for Baron Rivendare's charger to drop?
We may have a chance.
Yeah, I really, bro, they need to do an updated version of the Baron Rivendare's charger. Like, make it, like, absolutely fucking swagged out. Like, that was, like, y'all might not know, before I got Invincible, like, I upgraded from Rivendare's charger to Invincible. It's like Midnight? Yeah, like Midnight, exactly. But even cooler. And also scarier.
Time walking for that mount to
put it on the shop. Oh, good idea.
I got that on my first kill, by the way.
Are you serious? You're that player?
It's the only one I got first try.
That's so awesome.
My lucky one was the Headless Horseman's one.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
I got like.
You know what's really funny? I got both of those mounts on my first try. Yep. The first year this mount came out, I woke up late and my friends were doing a rotation because you could only summon it once per day. I was the last person in the rotation, and they just invited me. They're like, we want to use your summon for this. I said, okay, what is it? They summoned me to Scarred Monastery. I'm like, what's this? What is this fucking stupid ass shit? Like, why am I here? And they said, come here. Like, there's a boss. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why would I kill the boss? They said, drops a mount. I said, oh, okay, cool. Mount drops. I fucking win the roll after they have been farming for it all day on every single character. And they got so fucking mad at me. And I remember that day, I only ran AV over and over and over just so people would compliment me on the mount and say, where did you get that? It was like the biggest ego thing ever. I'd be here too. Yeah, and they were like, you need to be here every day. Like, you have to give us all of your summons for the rest of the event because you won the mount and you know you don't deserve it. And I was like, okay. I was like, and I did it too. And then for Rivendare, I farmed it before the drop chance change happened, but I didn't get it. But as soon as they made the drop chance change in Wrath, I got it on my first kill at level 80. And I remember I had a friend who was farming it. He was actually the guy that got Warglaves first in our guild back in BC. And he had been farming it every day for like 2 years. I got it on my first kill. And I put him on follow in Dalaran. And he actually got, like, he only got mad like 2 times ever. That was one of the times. Rixa? Yep, it was Rixa. Rixa the Rogue. I had him on follow. Of course, riding the mount. Your armory contradicts you? No, it doesn't. It does not. It absolutely does not. You go back and look at it yourself. Yep. Seems unfair. Oh, no, yeah.
I couldn't get the
charger. Look it up.
But
no, look it up.
That one, so
it took me years to get that one.
Yep.
So when I think about WoW's anniversary event, I always think about the Caverns of Time and the party there. Is there any changes to the celebration?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we have a lot of changes.
I think I have all the screenshots too.
You're used to going into the Caverns of Time to sort of experience the anniversary. Mm-hmm. But you're gonna notice right away that everything is right at the entrance, right outside. And there's all kinds of activities there for people to do. We have a mini trial of style kind of event called Fashion Frenzy, where you're gonna have like different themes to dress up to and vote on your favorite transmogs. We have
smart.
A storyteller.
Good idea.
Warwalker Cho is gonna tell a few different stories, and you get to participate in the audience. We also have Mount Mania, which is a fun game where you're gonna get to kind of show off your mount collection.
That's a great idea. What a good idea.
That's a perfect one for you. Okay?
Yes, I love mounts. I love showing off my mounts.
Wow. That's crazy. What a good idea.
I'm really excited for that. There's a lot of different things for you to just explore outside of the activities. We have an ice rink, so you're going to be able to just slide around into Neris. We have a pet corner where you're going to be able to turn into your pet. We have costumes. You can cosplay as heroes and villains from the past. You can run around and like scream different voice
they've had
lines
this
at people,
before.
which is a lot of fun.
Oh, how annoying.
My favorite's Illidan. You can be like, you're not prepared. You can just stand and tell everybody they're not prepared.
The exclamation point was there, and it was in red in Black Temple. He didn't say it in white. It was in red. I remember I was there.
Also have guest relations where you're going to be solving riddles and clues and other things to help out the visitors within the Caverns of Time.
Oh, so like Secrets of Azeroth?
Yeah, it's like a
nice.
Secrets of Azeroth sequel, basically.
I love that.
Awesome.
I had so much fun with that. Is Korok's Revenge, the PvP brawl, coming back?
Yes, so Korax returns. We'll have that during the whole event.
AV.
We actually moved the vendors to the new hub. We also have the 3 world bosses returning, the World Dragons, and we have Azurgos and Kazakh as well. Plus, we have 2 new gate crashers. Chaw of Anger is going to show up, and
Fuck
so
that
is
guy.
Archivon the Stonewatcher. They'll both be out in Tanaris.
Archivon! Oh, God! Do y'all remember doing raids for Archivon on, like, Monday night? And you just have, like, everybody's 7th alt? And you can't kill it? Like, I remember this. This is like... Yeah, and it's Tin Man, exactly, yeah. VOA, man. Just want to lay down, yeah. I remember one time there was this guy that won the role on a mount for the Archivon dropped a mount, and it was the Grand Black War Mammoth, if I remember right. And the guy that won the role did less damage than the tank, and I just simply ignored his role. And there was so much drama about this. People were so mad on the forums. They said, Asmongold literally just ninja looted this. I said, I didn't ninja loot it. He ninja rolled on it because he didn't deserve to roll. He shouldn't even been in a raid. And then after that, the funniest thing about it is like, so then afterwards, this was at the beginning of Wrath. We did the same thing. Remember there was that trinket from, what's it? Not Sartharian. Yeah, Sartharian. The Fury of the 5 flights that made you do more attack power the more that you would attack. Well, I just ninja looted it to my guild. And so everybody thought this was going to get my guild canceled and blacklisted. It actually had the opposite effect, where I said, because I replied back on the forums and I was like, winners win, and people in my guild are winners, and I make sure of that. And I bring home the bacon, and that doesn't matter whether it's a trinket, a mount, whatever it is. If you're in my guild, you're on my side, and I play to win. And I remember I got like 30 or 40 applications for the guild that day. Do you think the post is still up? If it was on the front page, it is, but I don't know if it is. Yeah, OP Guildmaster. Yeah, bro, like, absolutely. So smart. Yeah. And like, it was actually, it had the opposite effect. You recruited more psychos? Yeah, it did. The guild, unfortunately, did fall apart after I had to, it was a long story. It doesn't really matter. But seeing Archivon again is always very good nostalgia for me.
Well, similar to where Doomwalker is.
Yeah.
With so many new activities this
Doomwalker.
year,
Oh,
are there
God.
new rewards?
Of course, as we looked at the marquee reward for this event, we've come up with a cool riff on a Phoenix mount. So basically,
That's a really nice mount. I really like the look of this. This looks awesome.
the Ashes of Valar was a really good one back in the day that we really thought was
Yeah,
iconic.
this looks really cool.
And so we've iterated on it, and now we have this blue Cold Flame Tempest mount.
Yeah, I really
It's
like
got
this.
armor on it, and One of the cool things we were able to
Reskin Storm
do
out?
is here
Good.
at Blizzard we have service rewards. So as you're here a few years, you'll get a sword and a shield. So we use that as our basis to do the armor on that mount.
Okay.
And we enjoyed it so much, and the artists, they actually spent one of their hackathons making our service rewards in the game. So you'll be able to collect through the 20th the sword, the shield, the crown that we have.
I mean, I'm sorry to say, that doesn't look the same. Like this you just showed this is not the same item. I mean, it looks really cool, but this is not the same thing.
The sword, the shield, the crown that we have. We even have a ring toy that we're going to have players able to get.
It's kind of iconic to have
interesting.
essentially a World of Warcraft team member transmog.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to get suits of armor added as one of our rewards.
Yeah, 30 years, right? We haven't picked the 30-year service reward yet.
Oh, that's a good one.
We also have a balloon toy, which is really cool. And my
That's
favorite
cool.
is the baby Dreadlord pet.
Oh my god.
So I'm excited to go to the hub and become my baby Dreadlord pet and run around in the area
Jesus
as a...
Christ.
With your little sword.
Oh, yeah. One of our artists, Mott, he was able to put together the sword like Kozak has, but in baby form. So it's really cool that it fits really well.
It's like
Great.
a butter knife.
Great, just what we needed. Funko Pop Dreadlords. Oh, good.
Cute.
Uh-huh.
Are there any rewards for the Warcraft 30th anniversary?
Yeah, so we have some faction crests, which are going to be back pieces for each of the
Come on,
four
it's cool.
Warcraft
It
3
is. It's
factions,
fine.
which is Orc, Human, Night Elf, and
Oh, I like that a lot. This is from Warcraft 3. Man. I will never forgive Blizzard for not allowing the Alliance to take back Lordaeron and BFA. That would have been so fucking based. It would have been. It would have been so fucking good, man. Can you imagine if, like, they redid the fucking Arthas cinematic, but instead of Arthas walking in, it's Anduin walking in, and instead of killing his father, he killed Sylvanas? And then we retook the city? God, bro, that would have gone so crazy. It's a good
Night Elf
ending,
and
yeah.
Scourge, and these are going to be coming in the November trading post.
How will players get these cool rewards?
It's a great question.
Yeah, those
we
are from
going
the
to be
campaigns
introducing
in
a new
Warcraft
currency
3.
this year. Players will be able to collect it from our weekly quests that we'll have for each of our features. And then we also are making sure that if you're really into the Season 1 content, you can still do those weekly quests and the weekly activities to collect the tokens there as well. You're going to get a lot of tokens. And
I hope
you'll
they make it to where you don't have to spend, like, you get 2 different types of tokens, and I know this might seem like complicated, but I hate it whenever you have to choose between, like, cosmetic limited time rewards and upgrades for your character. I feel like that's always, like, kind of a shitty decision to have to make, and I hope that there's two separate ones.
need them because we do have one other big reward. As we started to think about this, we talked with our artists and everybody really agreed we needed to really go iconic, and we looked back at our tier 2 set.
So they're actually
we ended
doing it.
up making all of the tier 2 set.
So you've got Transcendence, oh my god, Netherwind, the Fellheart. Holy fuck. This actually looks pretty good, man. And to be fair, they did do a really good job, I think, with Tier 6 remake. Is it Nemesis? Oh yeah, Fellheart's Tier 1, isn't it? Yeah, no Nemesis, you're right.
It's modern with the new modeling, the new VFX. I can't wait to see people.
Man. Let me see it before they put the image on. That's pretty good. That's just McConnell? Yeah, it's gonna be.
VFX. I can't wait to see people walking around in the Judgment armor.
What about the classes, though, that weren't available?
They should update that weapon. That's the Draconic Maul that comes from BWL. That's a really cool weapon.
When Tier 2 came out.
That's a good point. You know, we didn't have monks back then, but
Nobody,
we
we could just not get rid of. Just get rid of monks. It's a good time. 20th anniversary. Let's get rid of monks. Get rid of monks and evokers. Just delete them.
then. But we did have a dragon and they wore armor, and so we really looked at NPCs that were at that period of time. So Nefarian was our model for doing the Evoker set. We looked at also like other iconic NPCs that existed back in the day, and so each of the new...
That looks pretty good as a tier 2 set for DK. Because they gave DKs a helmet from Onyxia at level 80, so you had a frame of reference there. You did.
Classes do have their own sets, so all 13 classes will have...
I don't like the Demon Hunter one.
Up-res set.
I don't really like this one either. I think these are boring.
Speaking of classes, there's some cool changes coming.
Yes, I'm so excited for Drakthir to finally get more classes.
Oh,
so you can expect to see 6 new classes with them. We have Hunter, Rogue, Priest, Mage, Warrior, and Warlock.
They can be warriors.
And we're also getting a new skywriting talent, which is called Squadrons, where you're going to be able to have 2 Drakthir companions flying alongside you in like a formation, which is so cool.
Oh my god.
Man. They got this is synchronized scalies. Yeah.
Amazing.
Drakthir gonna be like Top Gun.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh,
I gotta reserve
jeez.
my goose name.
Everybody's gonna be reserving
Jesus.
now.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there any other class changes coming?
Yes, we've heard loud and clear from the shamans that they are ready for something new, and we are ready to deliver. We have brand new Ascendance forms. They really are cool looking. They match each...
Fucking badass, by the way. This is fucking awesome. Look at that. That's so cool. I like that. Yeah. Like, I mean, the other Drakthir, who cares about that? This is cool.
They match each of the elements
Look
that
at that.
shamans use.
They look amazing.
They really do.
This update sounds so amazing. Before we go, is there any other additional details we should tell players?
Yes, one of the things we really want to call out is in the past, these events have been 3 to 4 weeks around the anniversary. But this time,
Probably like 2
this
months,
is the
right?
patch. The
Till the end
entire
of the year.
11.05 patch is really dedicated to the 20th anniversary. It'll
Wow.
go for more than 2 months. We have a lot of time
Jesus.
for everybody to get into these features, experience
I have one of
them,
those.
play as much as they want, and work towards those 13 sets.
Yeah, and even though we just launched the War Within, this PTR is coming very, very soon. So keep a lookout for the
Holy
news
shit.
on when that's coming to you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about the 20th anniversary with me. And I can't wait to celebrate the 20th anniversary with you in game. See you next time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that seems pretty cool. Yeah, check Wowhead for the other armor sets. Yeah, I will. Obviously, I think the thing that I'm most excited for is the BRD raid. Like, I think that will be really, really fun. Like, I hope this will be enjoyable to do. Like, the other stuff, like new armor sets and everything, like, that's cool. I want to see, apparently, Wowhead has some of the other newer versions. Let me go ahead and pull it up right here, and I'll take a look at it. And where are we? Warcraft 3 faction crest backs, and then previous anniversary mounts are back. What a surprise. Celebration events, World of Warcraft. There's the 20th anniversary key art. That looks kind of cool. Updated tier 2 transmog. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's take a look at it. All right, so you only play for a week anyway? Well, I'll play for enough time to get the content done, and then I stop. Like a normal fucking person. Make BRD hard, it'll be enjoyable. I think they'll probably have some of the... Because they said they had optional bosses. And I bet the optional bosses will be the hard ones. That looks pretty good. Okay. Not so bad. So we've got Death Knight, Hunter, and Mage. So that's Death Knight. I like the Death Knight one a lot. I think that one looks really cool. Hunter, I think this one looks pretty good as Hunter, too. And then we already saw Mage before. The DK belt looks nice. Yeah, the DK belt does look really good. I like that. And then, oh, there's Warrior. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm about it. All right, cool. I'm going to be honest, though. The Druid one clears the other two. The druid one is fucking amazing. This one looks so nice. The warrior one looks really cool. Yeah, sure, warrior one looks great. But I think the druid one, especially like the helmet and the shoulders there, those are so fucking clean. Yeah, Bloodfang. Oh yeah, Bloodfang was so fucking iconic. Let me see here. So yeah, you got the warrior one, okay. And then next, monk, shaman, and evoker. Okay, so there. This monk one, it's crazy because like the one that we saw with the visual, with the video, didn't look. This one looks really good. Bro, this guy looks like a boss from Wukong. Yeah, I like this. It was ugly and green. Yeah, this one looking yellow. This looks way, way better. Yeah, let's see here. And this is the shaman one. The shaman one is okay. I feel like the shaman one's probably the weakest so far. But I think they've done like some reskins kind of the 10. I think it's called 10 Storms, which is shaman tier 2. And it's all right. It's mid. Yeah, but it could look better in game too. And then the Drakthir one, I mean, this is for furries anyway, so nobody really cares. Let's go to the next one. Ooh. Ooh, the Warlock one. That one looks pretty good. The Nemesis set. That's decent. I like that. And then this is the Demon Hunter one. I don't like the Demon Hunter one. I think they should have gone with a much more subdued basic style. Kind of like the old Demon Hunters in Vanilla WoW. Like, I feel like this is just like, this reminds me a lot of like the Nighthold set or like one of the Legion leveling sets. I feel like it's kind of the same thing. It's not really that great. But Bloodfang, this is like one of the most popular sets. Rogues still use this set. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. What y'all think? What y'all think? It's too vibrant? I think it could be a bit darker. You're right. I think they should make it darker. Like, if you took every element of gray and you made it black, I think I would like it more. You know? Like, that's just me. But yeah, it does seem kind of dark. You're right about that. Gloves are a bit weird. Yeah, maybe a bit. But overall, I think that it looks... At least the helmet and the shoulders look good. I'll tell you that. I really like the helmet and the shoulders. But you guys are right about the other ones. And this is the Priest, Mage, Warlock, and this is Paladin. Man. The shoulders to gloves should connect? Yeah, I think so too. Man. They're actually adding Paladin Tier 2. They're doing an update. I wonder how this is actually going to look in-game. Patrick the Pure. Yep, there you fucking go. Looks weird on an orc because orcs are too big to start with. Yeah, I think that could definitely be a possibility. Yeah, you're right. It could be because of that reason. What's with the goofy shoes? Yeah, bro, like, it's like he's wearing work boots. That is weird. What the fuck? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, the Tomcat one looks better? Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to look. There's Evoker, Death Knight, Demon Hunter, and then also, yeah, the yellow one for the Monk looks so much better than this. But yeah, overall, is this a good offering of stuff? I feel like it is. For the 20th anniversary of the game, I think this is pretty cool. I do. I think it's cool. I like it. Yeah, it's not bad. No, it's not bad. I'll definitely do the BRD raid. I'll try it out. I hope that it's hard and challenging and fun. The 10th year one was Molten Core, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a 40-man Molten Core. It was at the beginning of WoD. I remember this. Heroic BRD is going to go crazy. Yeah, it's a 10 or 15-man raid, too. So that's going to be interesting to see. Somebody just started WoW. This expansion really felt really easy to start playing. I mean, like, I think that at the beginning of every expansion is always the easiest time to start playing the game. So yeah, I mean, it's cool that they're adding a lot of this stuff in. I'll be very curious to see if like this BRD has any sort of any sort of surprises for it, especially for like the hidden bosses. But I've been saying for a long time they need to redo BRD, and so I'm really glad to see that. This is awesome. I'm happy. I didn't like the mythic-oriented system. Oh, I don't like raid difficulties. Just in general. Right? Like, I'm just not... Yeah, I think it's weird. Because it makes it feel like you... Yeah, add one difficulty. And I know this is like a classic WoW Andy opinion, right? But I like how in like Elden Ring or Wukong or something like that, there is like a baseline of difficulty that is like not really very high, but you can make it harder by adding in extra challenges yourself. And I think that player imposed challenges feel better than like game designed difficulty modes. Like, for example, I'd rather do a soul level 1 run on Dark Souls than have to do it on New Game Plus 7. That's just the way I feel. Yeah, no difficulties? Yeah. And what about Old War hard mode? I think some optional, like, hard modes and stuff like that is okay. But just in a general sense, I think that it's not a good thing.